Here we are, day 6. I had to think about it because my brain not functioning today. I don't know if it's the weather. If you're in Colorado, it's been kind of dreary today, rained a couple times. I think it hailed in places, but just a dreary feeling. And that's kind of how my brain is thinking today. But here we are, day 6. Again, I made a commitment that I was going to go live 10 days in a row because this campaign is important, and it is important that I raise the funds to be able to break out of the corporate world into the nonprofit space full times. And I know if you haven't watched day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, or day 5, go back and watch them. The reason why it's so important and the reason why I'm asking for your help is because being a nonprofit and only being in this space for 3 years, we don't qualify for a lot of things like loans, some grants, and other things that normal businesses qualify for. So that's why I'm asking for your help. And the best part for you, which I'm going to give this up front because I've been giving it at the back, and I don't know if everybody's watching till the very end, but what I'm giving you for any amount of donation is access to our new master education program, which is called Breaking the Cycle of Trauma, which is why I'm raising the funds to be able to write that curriculum. So I'm going to give you access as a donor to this class. So you're going to be one of the first people before it's even launched to the public to be able to take the class and give your feedback. Like, that's pretty cool. You're going to be a part of something that's bigger and will be able to grow and grow. And you may even have the opportunity at first shot. blah, 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 blah. That's how my mouth and brain are working. First shot at being a trainer, because we're going to need trainers to train the trainers, which are going to train the class. So there's lots and lots and lots of opportunities that are going to evolve from this one project that I need to get completed. So I have been given the topic of NLP to talk about today because, again, like I was saying, my brain is not working. So I asked a friend. I called a friend and they told me to talk about NLP. So if you don't know what NLP is, it is neuro linguistic programming. And it it works with your unconscious mind to break you from any limiting beliefs, patterns, or fears that rule your life. And we can either break through these, which usually you want to on those type of things, and or enhance patterns or beliefs that are positive. So there's two sides of NLP. You can either break away from or enhance specific patterns, beliefs. Hopefully you would want to break away from fears, not really enhance them. So that's what NLP does. And I'll tell you, for me, it was the biggest life changer because the very first time I ever did it was at Greatest Year of Your Life with George Carroll. And I thought I was going to go to this like rah, 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 pick me up event. I get there and I'm just bawling the whole entire first day. And I was like, this is not what I signed up for. But it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. And I was able to actually go back to my birth and forgive my sister and forgive myself, because with suicide, as I talked earlier, you have all of these shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and what if I did this? What if I did that? What if I noticed this? What if I noticed that? You'll never get answers. And so for me, I had to forgive her for what she did. And I had to forgive myself, which was really, really important. And that was the most powerful thing I've ever done in my lifetime. So NLP became this like thing. And I went to a 2-day training that just gave me a little bit more background. It was like an intro to NLP because I was like, man, if one session does that, like, imagine what it could do for more sessions. So then I go to this 2-dayer, and at that point, well, it was a year after my sister had completed suicide, and a year actually after my son had his second episode of seizures. And we hadn't had any since then because I did put him on CBD, but I was still holding on to this trauma that I didn't want to lose anybody. And I might have actually talked about this the other day, but I'm going to talk about it again. And so I paired the two traumas. I paired my sister's death because the same day of her celebration of life is when Rylan had his second episode of seizures. So I paired the two traumas together. I was so afraid of losing another person in my life that I love that I was pushing everybody away and I didn't even know it. I literally would get mad, and that was kind of like the trigger thing that happened was I just get mad all of a sudden, and it was like a simple thing like picking up a toy or whatever, and I'd go from okay to red in 2.5 seconds. And I started realizing after I went to this 2-day event that that was what was happening because I took the leap and got on the hot seat. And so we did some work and I went back to that event and I disassociated myself from the actual event and I saw it out of my eyes. I saw it out of Ryland's eyes. I saw it out of the doctor's eyes. And then I pulled myself back like a fly on the wall and observed everything that was happening. And it just changed my whole perspective because I was so associated being me in this event, holding my son that's having seizures and not knowing what to do. But when you look at it from like a fly on the wall, it's so different. So that was really, really powerful for me. And then not knowing, I was like, what is this NLP stuff? It doesn't actually work. I don't know what you're talking about. But I came home because instead of this fear, I replaced this fear with curiosity. And so even the moment I came home that night, I just noticed it was weird. I was like, huh, instead of getting mad at my son, which would have been the normal, I looked at him and I was just like, why are you doing that? I don't really understand why you're doing that, but okay. And for me, I had this realization. I was like, wait. Like, is that magic? Like, I only did one session and I'm already unconsciously changing my patterns. Wow. Well, if this can really do that on one session, like, how can I help people? That was my next thing. And I was like, oh man. So it was about a year, well, 2 years probably, that because last year, so it was last summer, I was able to get my NLP practitioner certification. And then this summer, I get my master prac certification, which is super exciting. I just I ordered some frames for my certificates to go into because I am in this space that I'm actually finally proud of the work that I've done. And because normally, or before I would have been like, yeah, I have a BA in communications and a minor in psychology. And I was like, well, I don't really know why I have this or what I'm using it for. It's a really great mouse pad. That's how I thought. But over the last week, I'm like, wow, it was like the perfect thing for me to take in college because now I'm utilizing all these skills that I learned a long time ago. I'm not going to tell you how long ago, but a long time ago when I actually got my degree, and I finally am like, wow, good job. I'm proud of you. Good job. So it's those little things, the little glimpse, the little wins really are amazing. And that is the power of NLP. So why am I telling you all of this? The reason is because part of this curriculum, there's going to be some NLP that's intertwined throughout it. Also, I've been like I said, been training to be a professional mental health speaker and educator, and I intertwine my NLP skills throughout my keynote. So it is a powerful tool. It is part of what we are raising funds for also. And if you need help, which I already had somebody reach out to me this week, I can offer you my services and we can talk about what that looks like. And it's an amazing, incredible tool. And it's not like normal counseling or therapy by any means. It actually works. Sorry to those of you, but I feel like it really works, and I don't have to even like bring the content in. It's not really important because your unconscious mind does all the work for you, which is great as long as you're open and wanting to really deep dive and do the work. So that's my spiel today. I said that I would give updates where we're at. We're still sitting at $385 raised. Again, this 10 days, I'm looking to raise a total of $5,000, or even if we can get to 2,500, that at least goes for the first month, and then the next month I can figure it out. So what I'm asking is if we can get to 2,500, 5,000 is the original goal, and we are at $385 total. I gave my board a little challenge, so you may start seeing pop-ups from them because they're going to win some money. Also looking for anybody who feels like they might be or uh might need some quick cash, and they think that they are able to help us spread the word, looking for your help. And $100 is on the line if you raise the most funds, and we'll add you into the campaign so that you can join the challenge. So a little extra bonuses here, and let me know if you feel like you're one of those people that wants to help and support a cause. And again, you as a donor get access to take this class. We're keeping track. So um, thank you. I appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow.